the season. It's the Lions and the Bears.
So here's Kaimi Fairbairn to do the honors. And we are underway from Ford Field. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
Well, the silver lining from last week, he played phenomenally, kept the ball clean, and led them to the end zone several times. You know these NFL quarterbacks, though, they trade away all those touchdowns if it meant getting the win. That's his focus this week.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win again here in Detroit, they pull off the season sweep. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now, this defense from the Lions, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he will have the Bears first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. The Bears at 11-5 on the year. And they were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields. He'll buy some time right. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They were very good a week ago in the win over Minnesota.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. So here are the Lions now backed up for their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback, the guy out of California, the former Cal Bear, Jared Goff.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On first down, it's gone. He'll go right back to St. Brown. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. So we just called his name on the previous snap, and they go right back to him, Charles, for a 2nd consecutive completion.
Yeah, I think what we're discovering on this drive is that he feels like he has answers no matter what defense you throw up there. He reads it, finds the open spot, and is available for the completion.
Quick slant there gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. That catch is number 819 of his career. It ties him with Hall of Famer Steve Largent,
who did things largely below the radar. Not this guy. 819 catches, that speaks loudly in volumes.
Goff on first down. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
Hold on. Check.
Again, Goff. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Goff on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
But from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Goff now to throw. And a catch right side by Evans. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Bears defense, and they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, and nothing doing on that one.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. As they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's Fields. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
To throw is Fields. Into space at the 45. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Right back to Dobbins on first. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
On second down, here's Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Moore. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Fields. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here we go, son.
Second and 10. Now Fields. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. Two minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now Fields. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles can continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now it's Fields. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's second and 13. Fields now to throw. This is caught. Touchdown Bears. DJ Moore hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now Goff on first down. Short throw to Smith. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the gun, here's Goff. Over the middle to Smith. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 2nd down, here's Goff.
He'll get this underneath to Montgomery.
The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a play fake, and it's Goff.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
That's well done defensively. They get the pressure they needed on 3rd down. All the receivers are locked up tight, and they force that quarterback to just throw it away.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime with
only 2 quarters of football left in the regular season. Everybody's excited to get to the playoffs. So excited that we're just going to skip right over halftime and get back to the action.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Just the 1 touchdown in that first half. 7-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
Well, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it. Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Off play action. Here's Goff.
Throw left side is intercepted.
And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander the 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad. They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 14 yards in a Chicago 1st down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Dobbins, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields
escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's third down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And Fields going to change things up here.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure. Alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Here's Goff.
He's got this to Williams, complete. Down the left sideline.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams,
72 yards.
The Lions are back within a score.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone.
This taken in right around the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards for number 11.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play really nice timing.
There he goes left side.
And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 79 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Another run here with Dobbins.
Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields
on the move to his left. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the 1st down.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Now 2nd and 9. A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
And that's why aggressive defensive coordinators love the blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8.
Back to throw. Fields.
Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC.
And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Partner's not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have.
Taking it right down Broadway.
Still going. Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Detroit.
His 5th rushing touchdown on the year, number 9 overall. And the Lions strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
The Bears now ready to take over again. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
Off play action, Fields.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
And now hold everything here as the challenge flag is out. And we're going to get a review of that last play.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stays.
So So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout.
Here we go.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced some completions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Play action. It's Fields.
Steps away. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Just because you've got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Fourth down. Fields has to have this one. He's got his target. That's complete.
4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Listen, when you're at this point of the game, all options are on the table. 4th down, they say, we've got to go for it. And what a play they come up with. Big yardage there to keep the drive alive.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here comes 2nd down at 5. Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one down near the 15.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8.
Now 1st and goal. They'll run with Dobbins.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And he Puts this one in for a Bears touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. And they'll try to run it in with Dobbins. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Well, after the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing start. Position at the 40. Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, but that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Here's 1st and 10. Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Here's 2nd down. And pass caught. It's Williams. The Lions now are going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Now it's gone. Complete. Smith has it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important.
And I believe the referee's been buzzed. Yeah, they want to take another look at this call, and it's certainly a big one here late in a tight game. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Goff now to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And this is caught by Evans. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and... And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. Now, boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go, son. Go.
Here's Fields. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll have a quick first down here as he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. Here's 1st down. Back to throw. Fields. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Good hands there defensively. That's 2nd down. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
One last throw here for Fields. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. A fun, close ball game comes to an end.